Okay. Hello everyone, a very good evening. Hello. Hi,
Good evening, sir.
good evening to all of you. Can all of you hear my voice clearly? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for being a bit late. I was caught up. Start now. Before we start, a quick question. Is anybody having their tests coming up soon next week?
Yes, Malcolm, Anupam here. I think I told you like on 28th.
28th, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
You went through the feedback, right? Which was shared.
Yes. Yeah.
Try to take one more mock test in the weekend so that I can check it on Monday.
Sure, Malcolm. Yeah. Do that.
Anybody else?
Yes, sir. I booked 28th.
Name, please.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you can also take a mock test, one more on the weekend, and let me know on Monday so that I can give the feedback, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Is anybody having their first class today? Anyone?
I'm just gonna book right now, so probably the date would be the mid of next week.
Hi, sir. How are you? It's Manpreet. Sorry.
Hi. Yes, hello. Hi.
Yes. Sorry, sir. I think miss you. What did you say? Because I
I just
just
asked if anybody is having their test coming up soon. That's what I asked.
yes, sir. On Monday, 25th.
Monday?
Yes. Sir.
You can take a mock test.
Yeah. Okay, sir. But whatever I've done till now, so I think I've done 15, 16 mock test. Nothing more than 6, sir.
Just send your username and password to me for the portal. Let me have a look again, okay? And get back to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you.
This is Arya.
Sorry.
4th of April. I have
Good.
a test.
Take the test. Let me know.
Yeah.
Good. Hi, Mohsin. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. And the thing is, I'm just gonna book the test right now or by evening. So the expected date would be the mid of next month, next week.
Perfect. I was going to say 15th April. That's perfect.
No, not 15, mid of next week.
Week. Okay.
So
I would suggest you to take a mock test first, get the feedback on Monday, and then book the test based on the feedback. That's what I
okay,
would suggest.
the
Okay?
main thing is from what I have gone through 8, 9 mock tests. My score is consistent at 7, not below than 7, not above than 7.
See, your reading is good. Just work on the feedback given to you in speaking. Like your reader out is also good. Your main your main issue is with the spelling. That's what I observed. And when you try to write very complex sentences, sometimes there are some silly mistakes of grammar. Sometimes, I'm not saying always. So just try to form simple sentences, especially in body 1 and body 2 for the essay. Write in freestyle. Don't follow any template, but write accurate sentences. That's it. If you're not sure about a spelling, don't write. Simple. And try your best to practice, maximize your practice for listening blanks and write from dictation. These two tasks have to be 100% accurate because your reading is fantastic. Your level is 90 in reading. I know that. You need to buck up in the other sections now, okay?
Okay, the main thing is from the portal, what I get that the score is approximately of read aloud as well as at 7 or something.
Don't worry about the scoring on the portal. Just follow my feedback, you'll get 8. Trust me, you will get 8. Just speak fluently as much as possible. Don't stress on words. Don't make silly mistakes in read aloud because it's the first task. Normally you're very confident and you're like your age is more than the average age of a normal test taker. So I don't think you'll be having like pressure issues, confidence issues like that. I don't think so. So just try to maximize your experience and your strengths so that you don't mess up in the other parts. That's the thing.
Thank you, Malcolm.
Sure. Yes, sir. Shaunya, you have a question? Just a second, please. Yes, sir. Shaunya, now you can go on. Hi.
I just want to let you know that my test is on Tuesday.
Perfect.
Yeah, I texted you on WhatsApp. I gave it on 16th.
Just send me tomorrow or Sunday whenever you get time. Just send me one SST, one write.
Yeah.
Send it to me,
Mhm.
and just try to maximize your practice for, right from dictation.
I texted you. Remember
Linguistics.
what happened last time?
You said the word
I just
linguistics. In fact,
yeah.
gave your example to the whole class last Friday. I said that there is a girl, she got everything 8+, only in writing she got 77, unfortunately, because she wrote the spelling incomplete. So yeah, just be careful. Otherwise, your level is pretty good for 8. And don't be overconfident with the other sections because you got 8 last time. You need to practice everything else also,
Okay.
So the best thing would be to take a couple of mock tests so that you're in that zone of managing time accurately. That's the thing.
Actually, I have done mock tests before, but I've never sent you or
You
Abhishek.
can send it.
So how do I send it? Should I just tell you that I have?
Just send me on WhatsApp the username and password for your account
Okay.
and the mock test number which you want the feedback for. That's it.
So I don't know which. I don't have your, I think, number. I don't know.
Sorry,
Personal.
who is this? Sorry.
It's Manpreet. Sorry. How can I send you my password and username, sir? Now or
Wait. Now the thing is, there are 3 Manpreets in today's class, so I don't know which Manpreet this is. All are Manpreet
this is
for.
not the iPhone one. I know the one is iPhone one.
But
I'm
there are
not.
two. There are two without I. Acha, the other is on mute, so you are the one on unmute. So okay, it's you. Okay.
I am on. Yeah.
I'm new. I got the invitation to attend.
Is that Julie, right?
Yes.
Hi, Julie. Good afternoon. My name is
Hi.
Malcolm.
Afternoon.
So you just observe today's class. It's not the
Okay.
regular demo class. It's like we're a practice
Okay.
class on reading. Hopefully you learn something from the class, and then we
Okay.
can have a word. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Just now you just share that number.
I sent you. That's mine. All right.
Thanks, sir.
Yes. Hi, Hassam. How are you? कैसे हैं आप? I think you're on mute, Hassam. Yes, we can hear you now. Tell me.
Yes, sir. सर मैंने 2 बार पीटी का टेस्ट दिया फरवरी में तो
हाँ जी।
पहली बार दिया था तो मैं लिस्ट में 1 नंबर से रह गया था 49 आई थी
हाँ जी।
सो उसके
आप
बाद
एक काम करिए। आप जो भी आपका लेटेस्ट स्कोर कार्ड है ना, मैं आपके पास मेरा नंबर तो है ही है, आप मुझे भेजिए। फिर मैं आपको थोड़े सजेशंस भेजता हूँ, थोड़े सैम्पल्स भेजता हूँ, थोड़े टास्क के। तो आप उस तरह से करने की ट्राई करिए, बट पहले आप मुझे स्कोर कार्ड भेज दीजिएगा व्हाट्सएप पे, फिर मुझे क्लास में तक का टाइम दीजिए, फिर मैं आपको रिप्लाई करता हूँ।
जी सर ठीक है सर मैंने एक बात ये पूछनी थी कि से को फिक्स टेम्पलेट यूज कर लूँ उसको प्रोग्राम में तो जब अभी क्लास में सर अभिषेक करवा रहे थे उससे पहले वाला यूज कर रहा हूँ।
आपका रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है? 50 I'll speak in English, okay? What's your requirement? 50 or 60?
6
So you can 60. So you can use the fixed template, but I'll send you a separate, slightly different type of fixed template, which is not the one which you are using, slightly different type. So you can adapt to the slightly different modified fixed template where you have to write at least one sentence on your own, and hopefully that will work for you.
Okay. So but the new essay template, so that the mistakes are in the writing.
You follow the one which I send you. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay. So you can send me.
I will send you separately. You send me on WhatsApp. Otherwise, the others in the class will also get confused a bit. So it is like a personal issue for you in writing. So I'll help you out. Just send me the scorecard and wait for the class to end. Okay.
Okay. So one more question. So I have to.
No, please ask. It's okay.
So I have to book the test like in the next month. In start of next month, we can like try to book the test, and we can so we can do the like mock test on this weekend.
You can do the mock test on the weekend. Once you finish it, just message me on Monday. Give me time of about 5-6 hours, and I'll get you ready with the feedback.
Yeah, so maybe I will do it tomorrow.
So first, take the mock test, get the feedback from me on Monday, and then book your test. Okay.
Yeah.
But before that, as I said, I'll send you a few samples based on your current score. So first you learn those changes which I want you to learn, and then you take the test. You apply those changes in the test. Let me hear your samples, check your writing tasks with those minor changes, and then you book the test. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yes, sir. And so,
Thanks.
some of the students saying like the extended writing and extended speaking templates, changing PT software updated, so that's why you not get the score in extended writing and extended speaking.
See, it is
So it's that's
according
why
to
we
me. According to me, it is not true because in the last 3 days, 4 more students also got 8 each with the same template. 8 each means also some got 9 each. One girl got all 4 90s, same templates. No change. So what happens is, sometimes if we don't use the templates correctly, for example, if in the body paragraphs of the essay, I'm just giving an example, in the body paragraphs of the essay, if there is a lot of repetition of the same keywords again and again, guys, sorry. So if there is a lot of repetition of the same keywords, the topic sentence or the topic keyword again and again in the body paragraphs, then it could be a problem, Assam. Similarly, in describe image, if we speak too fast or take a lot of pauses which are unnecessary or don't take any pause at all, even then it's a problem. So it's more like an individual reproduction of the same template. Like if you use it, for example, you can get 90 in speaking, describe image. But if I don't use the same template correctly, my score will be a bit low. That's how it is. So don't worry too much about what you see on the internet, on YouTube, or like everybody is free to give their own views, but as I said, don't stress too much about what you see on YouTube or read on the internet. Everything is not true generally. That's why. Okay, anyway. I'm just reading Samira's message that, hey, I did my last exam on 4th March and I got my next book for the 25th, that is on Monday. These are my scores. I need only 50. So how should I improve my listening? Hi, Samira, how are you? This is my first class with you today. So see, look, you need to mainly try to be focused more on your repeat sentences. So I would just focus mainly on fluency and try to capture at least 50 to 60% of the words in the correct sequence.
Okay.
And mainly only focus on the big words. Small words like, in, on, a, the, they don't matter that much. Number one. Number two, in the next few days, try to maximize your practice of listening blanks and write from dictation.
Yeah. Okay.
These two tasks matter a lot.
Yeah.
So try your best that you're not adding extra words and there are no spelling mistakes. I mean, there's no certainty, but you can try your best.
Okay.
These two tasks matter the most for listening and writing. Listening blanks and write from dictation.
Okay. Yeah.
Thirdly, in summarize spoken text. If you're not sure about any spelling, I would suggest you to avoid using that word in the template.
Okay.
Because if it's a wrong spelling, even the writing score goes down and listening also goes down, unfortunately.
Okay.
And I've seen your score. So what you can do, you can send me, one sample of read aloud, for example, on WhatsApp.
Okay.
You can, I'll send you my number on the chat right now. You can also send me one describe image if you get a chance.
Yeah.
And you can also send me one summarize written text, one summarize spoken text, and one essay.
Okay.
I'm just writing here in chat what you can send me.
Yeah.
Just send me these things tomorrow on WhatsApp. On this, you got my message, right?
Yeah.
And I'll give you the feedback.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
No worries. Try to open your mouth more when you're speaking, so that will improve your clarity also, and speak in a flat tone, like don't stress on individuals. But anyway, when you send me your voice samples, I'll listen and I'll give you some feedback.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much. Hi, Vessel. Yes, we will be doing blanks based on grammar today, but we'll be doing both drop down and drag and drop blanks both. So it will be a mixed bag today, not only grammar, okay?
Oh, no, I meant, would you be discussing grammar after the class?
I'll try my best. I'll try to cover the rules again. Sure. I mean, not a problem.
Okay, thanks.
No, thank you. Hi
Hi, sir.
there. Hello.
Hi, this is Harvinder.
Hi, Arvinder. How are you?
गुड सर एक्चुअली मैंने टेस्ट दिया लास्ट मेरा ट्यूसडे था तो 2-3 बार मैंने दिया तो मेरे को 50 ईच चाहिए तो मैंने अभी व्हाट्सएप पे भी किया मेरे लिसनिंग और राइटिंग में आई डोंट नो हर बार एक कम होता है 49 कभी लिसनिंग में कम होता है कभी राइटिंग में तो कुछ बताइए क्या करूं मैं बहुत अपसेट हूं
What is your
तो
score in speaking, Harvinder?
57 स्पीकिंग में रीडिंग में 61 और राइटिंग में 50 और 49 इन लिसनिंग
Got it. Do you write extra words and write from dictation?
यस इस बार थोड़े से मैंने किए थे पर पिछली बार नहीं किए पर सेम रिजल्ट था कभी
I would suggest you not to add.
ओके
Because what happens is it's 50-50. Sometimes if you add extra words, then the listening score is pretty high, but the writing is penalized. And nobody knows exactly when this happens. So you might see some videos on YouTube which say, I added extra words, I got 8 each, I got 9 each, whatever. But that's rare. So one out of 20 students it works, for the remaining 19 it doesn't.
ओके
So that is the reason I recommend not to add. Just write one sentence which you think is the accurate sentence with proper grammar and spelling.
ओके चलो देखती हूँ
Number one, try to practice as many write from dictations as possible. Number two, try to practice as many listening blanks as possible. That task is one of the most important tasks. So try to understand the words before and after. Like if there is R after the blank, for example, in listening, then obviously it's going to be a plural noun.
यस
I'm not sure students, but obviously it's going to be students because students are, for example. So try to go through all the words in the spelling list, which is in the study material in the portal. Try to type those words. Number three, whenever you get a chance, send me one sample for summarized spoken text, like a sample answer. Don't send a picture. Type it in the portal and just copy paste that in WhatsApp web by opening WhatsApp on your laptop.
ओके
To improve the listening score, try to be more accurate with answer short questions. That does matter in the range of 5 to 7 points for the listening score.
ओके
Fourth, as I said, for repeat sentence, try to capture at least 50% of the main words of the sentence. And if you're forgetting some words, just mimic the sound of the words.
ओके
But don't abruptly end your sentence. So let's say you remember the first 5-6 words, but you have forgotten the last 5-6 words. Then you can mimic just maybe 1 or 2 words. But if it's 5-6 words, it's no point mimicking. Mimicking won't help. So just repeat the instruction sentence, like let's say that. So just fill up that sentence with that instruction sentence from the top.
यस यू आर राइट
Thirdly, another thing which can improve your listening score is the content from retail lecture. So instead of saying just or noting just a single word,
यस
try to note down chunks. So if you have heard, like students events in Germany, wo ikattha hi bol lo. The speaker was talking about students events in Germany. From the lecture, I can hear 1992 coffee production. From the lecture, I can hear India, Japan, Malaysia went to war. So if you put down in chunks and reproduce chunks while speaking, that will also improve your content score. So the listening.
ओके थैंक यू
Even in SST, try to write at least 2 words together. The speaker was talking about. So let's say, generally when the listening score goes down, it is because of the keywords in SST also. So let's say the lecture is about atomic events. But I write down only the word atomic. The speaker was talking about atomic. Now, atomic is an adjective. On its own, it makes no sense. So the software doesn't understand. So it's a good word, but doesn't help with content, So try to be very attentive with noting down two keywords. Generally, that's what I recommend. That will help you with your content score. And whenever the second word in the keyword is a noun, which is a countable noun, so like event, for example, or you yourself should make it plural. So make it atomic events instead of event. always remember to make the second noun plural.
Okay.
But if it's an uncountable noun, then you can't add s. Like globalization. So we cannot say globalizations. It is just globalization.
Okay.
Another very important rule which might help all of you in SST is, many times you might be writing something like dash of the dash was mentioned. Like something of something. Always remember the keyword which is before of, that should be always preceded by the. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Let me write a notepad, okay? That will explain it very clearly what I'm trying to say. I will share my screen. Okay, can all of you see the notepad screen? Yes, I think yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now let's say in the audio, we hear something like defenders of the earth. Okay, so I'm writing over here, defenders of the earth, full stop. Now, generally the rule in writing is, whenever your subject, your noun is plural, we don't need to add any articles before, we don't. But whenever it's a specific noun, why is it specific? Because it's of something. That is why it is specific. The second rule is you must add the. If I don't add the context is incorrect. So grammar will also go down. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Another sentence. Moreover, this lecture also sheds light on, let's say, okay, on behavior of cats. Now, cats, I have to make plural, right? Because it's countable. But is this sentence correct? No, it's not.
Yeah.
What should I do to make it correct? The behavior of cats.
They behavior cuts.
So whenever it's something of something, always remember, Malcolm has said I have to add the, you have to add the. Otherwise, the grammar score will be a bit down. Is it clear, all of you? So just remember these small things in any writing related task. Okay, Harjot, you have a question, please ask.
सर हाय सर
Hi.
मैंने ना रीटन लेक्चर की ना प्रैक्टिस करती हूँ पोर्टल पे ना जैसे मैं वो चंक्स उठाती हूँ तो मेरे कंटेंट के ना स्कोर्स डाउन हो जाते हैं ऐसे ना
You send me one sample on WhatsApp. Let me hear, and I'll give you feedback. Don't worry about the score on the portal. It's indicative.
sir.
Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low, but
Yeah.
send it to me.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Ami. What's your question? You're on mute.
Sir, sometimes we are using spelling behavior OUR and
Both
sometimes
are
OR.
accepted. Both are accepted. In the portal at the moment, the
OR is
algorithm
correct,
accepts only American spelling. I think it's American or British, one of those. The other it shows as a mistake. So we'll rectify that also. But in the real exam, both spelling systems are accepted. Okay? No need to worry. Yes, Hassam, you have a question?
Yes, sir. So, sir, so you have to done the mock test from the beginning of the mock test on the portal or last one?
Any you can do. Any. There are at the moment, we already added new mock tests. So I think there are 30 full mock tests now. Earlier there are 20. I think there are now 30 full tests and 120 sectional tests. You take any full mock test.
Okay, sir. So I will do it on a Sunday or Saturday.
And
so
message
you
me
can
on
give me,
WhatsApp. I'll check by Monday. Okay.
Okay, sir. Then after that, I will book my test according
After
to your
that, you book,
feedback.
not before. After that.
Yeah.
All
Okay, sir.
good.
And I will send you my
Please
last
do.
exam.
Yeah,
as well,
sure. I will reply after the class ends in some time. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions or shall we start, guys? Let's start. Okay. Anybody attending the first class today? Anyone?
I'm here for the first.
Oh, yes, you are. Hi there. Thanks for your patience. Don't get bored. Now we'll start with
No
the actual
problem.
class. Okay. Thank you. Also, mostly I'll try to be at both the centers next week. This week I came to Clayton. Next week I'll try to go to the Trugnina branch. I'll try to come to Clayton also again. And generally I'm also there at the CBD branch. So I'll try to post one day before coming. So anybody is, more than like welcome to visit and have a word with me. A couple of students, there's a guy, he works at the ISKCON temple in Melbourne. He's like one of my older students in the last, he enrolled like a long back, 1 year ago, but he started coming to the actual classes recently. So before coming to the classes, his name is Akhil, by the way. He just got 8 each 2 days back. His test was last Friday. And all those students who took the test last Friday, they were, hi. Okay, I was saying that all the students who took the test, I think at Victoria University last Friday, there was some issue with the test center. I don't know what happened. So they were all waiting for their results and it was released just yesterday after 5 days. So he was really happy that he finally got 8 each. Now in his second last attempt, which he took, that was about 2 weeks back. So he was a bit disappointed. And there were a lot of issues at his test. I think it was at Boxhill. And his speaking score suddenly dropped from, I don't know, 79, 80 to 72. So he was a bit worried about all those things. So he was coming to the center. Last week he came, sorry, last week he started coming. And I said, let's book the test after 2 weeks. You will 100% get 8 each. He got 8 each. I was sitting with him, giving him feedback for his tasks. He did some changes in read aloud. He did some changes in describe image. SST, he made some changes. And he got 89 in writing this time. Reading, he was lucky this time. He got just 80, but speaking jumped up to 90.
Like what kind of changes in template or
Not
what
in
kind
the
of changes
template, the type of keywords he was using in SST,
Oh,
maybe, So
okay.
better quality keywords. And he was good with his grammar. So I said, don't worry too much about the template. So if you're using the template, let's say the speaker was talking about blah, 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 full stop. Now, he as a person, he's good at picking up phrases. So I said, you mix the template, sentences, template, full sentence, template. So in his answer, I am happy to share I'll show one of his samples, if I remember at the end of today's class. So he could write at least 3 full sentences from the audio. And whenever he was not sure, he was using, fitting keywords in the template. So it worked. In his previous test, even in write from dictation, he knew that he had, messed up the last sentence. 60% was right, 50% was wrong. So this time I was very careful that listening blanks and dictations were spot on. And the type of voice which he had, he had this sort of passive energy voice. So I changed the template for him a bit because if he was using the speaker is, let's say on the screen, I can see this on the screen. He was not able to speak it in a fluent way, So I said, I made some changes and he got 19 speaking this time. Reading, he was anyway pretty good. So last time also he got like 82 in reading. This time he got 80. So reading, he never had any like issues, but he had an issue with his read aloud. He was taking a lot of incorrect pauses earlier. So in one of his reading attempts, it was just like 70. So before that, then it increased to 82, and this time it was 80. So
What was the feedback regarding the reading? Like what type of like?
I messaged him, but he hasn't replied yet. Maybe he's busy with his temple duties, or I don't know. So generally, like his weekends are very busy. I'll ask him on Monday. Even the other girl I'm yet to ask. I'll ask them both. I remember your question.
Yeah.
I'll ask them both for sure.
Thanks.
But we have already added about 150, 160 new questions in the portal now in reading, writing blanks. And we'll try to cover some of those today as well. So I think if you go through those 150, 160, right from you just want to start from the beginning, you'll be pretty much covering, all important reading, writing, grammar-based questions, pretty much all of them.
Yeah,
obviously, all won't be a very high level, like all can't be like difficult questions, but like even today morning, some questions, even I got them wrong, because they were very close. But as I said, time management is really important. So just for the sake of one question, we can't let our accuracy in the reading blanks be affected, just because we want to get all reading, writing blanks correct. So you have to move on. You have to take a call. What is done is done. Just move on, That's it. Anyway, now I'll just share my screen and let's start. Just a second, okay, guys, just a second. One minute. Okay, I'll just share my screen now. 1 second. Okay, can all of you see my screen with the username Rocky123?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
And Julie, now we can start the class, so you can also participate. Ellie, sorry, I couldn't call you, but you stay back after class. We'll just talk over here, okay? If you don't mind. And we can also talk on the call. Anything is fine.
I don't mind. Okay.
Reading, fill in the blanks. Okay. Okay, what is the passage about? The first thing in 10 seconds we need to understand is what the passage is about. What is it about?
Pollution.
Yeah.
Light pollution.
Modern
Pollution.
societies.
Artificial light pollution.
Mainly about light pollution, right? This type of pollution is dash high in coastal regions. So before you click, try to think of the answer. Which word would you put over here?
Spreading.
Type of
Is spreading.
pollution
Very
is spreading in coastal regions.
is no, it is dash high.
Extremely. Very
Correct.
high.
Word like very high, like very, or extremely,
Pretty.
or
Is extremely.
considerably, significantly, something with
So
ly.
there is, I can see.
It's actually there in the option.
Oh, sorry. High.
Extremely.
Pollution is
Exceptionally.
Exceptionally high.
exceptionally
Yeah.
high.
So out of these 4 options, most likely the best word is the word exceptionally high. Right? So let's move on. Now all of you read it in your mind, the next sentence.
Those who acknowledge the behavior and the pets management.
Upon? No.
Comma, there's a comma.
However,
Think of a word ending with ly.
Directly.
Probably.
Especially.
Decisions particularly those.
Mainly.
Okay, but the options are a bit different, so you can see the options now.
In some way.
In some way.
In some way.
In some way on a natural cycle.
In some way.
Which is the best option? In
some
way.
In some way.
Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Moving on.
Ensure.
Going in and around that.
Directed oriented to the water. It's mostly light.
Mainly.
Dash on.
Relying.
Relying.
Which word do we use it on? Relying on something. Yeah, that's
Relying, depending.
a phrasal verb. Rely on. Done. Next.
Artificial light on which is strongly attracted. And can
Move away.
To move them away.
Move is a good
Move
word,
away.
but when it's in context of
Move them away. Move away.
when it's in
To move.
context, sorry, when it's in context of water, then
To remove.
you think of a word in context of water. Vasil, can you think of a word? The word starts with the
Move
letter.
away.
The word starts with the letter D. D for Delta.
Distract.
Derive.
Deter.
Have all of you heard of the word drift?
Drift. Drift them away.
Drift. D-R-I-F-T. So the word drift is generally related to water movement. Drift. But anyway, let's see the options. I don't know.
Moving away.
Move
away.
Move away.
To move away.
To move
Cause
away.
them,
Move away.
cause them
Move
move away.
away.
Cause them to move away.
To move.
To move away.
To move away from.
To
Right,
move
that's correct.
away.
To move away, right? To move away. Can't be cause them move away. Cause them to move away. Let's see the answers now. Okay. All good? Let's move on to the next. Yeah, good. Let's move on to the next. Okay, next. What is the passage about?
Catherine Lewis.
Catherine.
Advising couple privately.
Parenting.
Child's
A consultant.
Consultants.
Also.
Child's behavior.
Child's behavior.
Seminar.
Child's behavior.
Also.
Conducted
Along
with.
Okay, let's see the options.
As well as.
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 As well as doing corporate. They have been in control. Parenting or getting older, they have been control. They
control
have
their
been control
Why?
their children,
Then
their lives, and be successful.
entire actions.
Entire, right? Maybe the word whole or entire.
Whole life.
Their family.
Whole lives.
Whole lives.
Whole lives.
Moving on.
Doesn't evidence intensively.
Because of.
Because her pledge to.
I think it's at least.
Because of.
Because
why she named the 3-day nanny? Because of her promise, her pledge. So because of.
Because of a pledge behavior.
Yep.
Children under the age of 12 within the
dash of the parenting consultant distinct from that of a nanny. The dash of, the what of?
The job of.
Job of. Think of a better word. Think of a better word than
Duty.
job.
Duty.
Think
The
of another
role
word.
of. The role
of.
Think of
Role of.
Role of.
Role of.
Role. R-O-L-E. Role of. Correct. That seems to be the best option.
role.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one.
Previous one.
Yeah, it's a glitch. Malcolm, you might have to fix this.
Oh, got it. I will.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know. Okay, the next one.
Has nothing to do with.
Nothing to do. Little.
Oh, little to do.
Has little to do with.
Later.
Little. That's right.
Sir, I wrote list to do with in my.
We can't sit in your exam.
No. In my practice session, but I'm still confused. Between these
Because
two.
we don't say it like it has least to do. That is incorrect use of English language. Actually, there is no
Okay.
other. It's like saying My name, instead of saying my name is Malcolm, I say my is name Malcolm.
Oh.
Right? It's like incorrect usage of the words. That's the only reason. Little.
To do with identification whose
Howling serves critical dash.
howling service critical
Critical.
Effect, consequences, effects.
No.
Within.
Functions.
So it's
It serves a function. You always serve a function, like a role. You know, but should it be
Characters.
singular or plural?
plural.
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 Several. More than one.
Several critical.
Functions.
Functions
Several
within the word.
critical functions.
Yeah, you serve a function means you are doing something which is required, serving a need. The dash
Background
that
sound is
wolves howl at the moon likely stems from.
Yeah, missing one.
I think we missed one blank, sir.
Okay. It helps members keep in dash.
Together, touch.
Group
Keep in
connection.
Keep in touch.
Touch.
Keep in touch.
Keep in touch.
That's a common
In
phrase,
touch.
right? Hey, keep in touch with me. So stay in touch or keep in touch. Means keep contact. The dash that wolves howl at the moon likely stems from. Stems from means is created from. So the belief that, the story that, so that idea stems from another idea. So the word should be something like the belief, the ideology, something, or the what?
Misconception.
Very good. What is the meaning of misconception? What does it mean?
Wrong belief.
Not clear.
Wrong belief.
The wrong idea, the incorrect idea, correct? Misconception. Further dash the myth. ing, ending with ing.
The posture of
Deny.
Creating something.
Could be in the present tense also. Further dash the myth.
Furthermore. There.
RGs.
Further prepared. Last one.
Perpetuates.
Correlates the myth.
Perpetuates.
Perpetuates.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of perpetuates?
Exaggerate kind of things.
Kind of increase that myth, make it more believable. Anyway, it's a myth, and that is increasing the validity of the myth. So it perpetuates, means it spreads the myth even further. Perpetuates.
Sir, what's the meaning of refutes?
Refutes means to negate. Say no. I refute means I am saying no, I will not do that. To refute. To refuse, basically. Same meaning. We'll skip this one. We'll go to the another one. Not even this one. Okay, let's do this one.
Does not
that or not require.
It does not require.
Does not.
Does not require.
Would not.
Does not. Does not. Yeah.
Comparing across species.
Different.
Across.
Different.
Yeah.
Somebody said across, somebody said different.
Across.
Both.
Both can fit actually.
Across.
Across species.
Yeah, comparing across. We are comparing one with another, so it's termed as comparison across. Just a second, guys. Just a second, please. Yeah, I think the best answer is across. Yeah. An elephant will have.
I have a question, Malcolm.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if there is some disturbance in your background, you'll have to keep on mute. There is somebody whose mic has a lot of disturbance from the background that is disturbing everyone else. Yeah, Vasil, what's your question?
Okay. What if there was both and across, right? So we pick.
No, it will be across because for both you need exactly two things, but here there's nothing mentioned except human brain, like the individual's brain, right? Both means like one, two, but here, there are multiple things even, like dolphin, a horse, so it will be across,
Oh.
right? Not only both.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
One
Other,
or background.
otherwise,
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 we use.
Don't be in a rush.
Instead, we use.
Don't be in a rush. Focus on accuracy. You need to be accurate in this stuff. You don't need to have the first rank in the. It's not a race.
Which of the animal's brain?
Because
Instead, we use.
Large based.
the large.
Second one instead.
Instead,
Guys, there's a lot of disturbance from one of the mics. Please keep it mute. There's a lot of sound.
Keep everybody.
Guys, if there is disturbance where you're sitting, please have the courtesy to mute your mic. Okay?
Instead, we use.
You're welcome to participate, but if there is disturbance, then please be on mute and participate in the class. Okay? Thank you. See, the best word over here is instead, right? Because we are using this particular index instead of the normal index because the brain is huge. So the answer should be instead, not otherwise or something else. Okay. All right. Based on the cephalization index, the brightest animals on the planet are humans, comma, dash by. So the word should end mostly with
Followed
ed.
by.
Followed by. So human followed by other animals. So mostly the answer should be followed ed by. As a general dash, as a general what?
Rule or principle.
Again, with the word general, we don't say principle, but we only say rule as a general rule. Like a thumb rule. With the word thumb also, we can say rule, like the main rule, or as a rule of the thumb. So the answer should be rule, not principle. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. How do you pronounce this word?
Longevity.
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 It's pronounced as
Longevity.
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 A long lifespan.
Longevity.
It results in a much more dash customer base.
Precise.
I'm not able to figure out who is the person where there's a lot of disturbance coming from the background. So please keep your mic on mute, guys. 3 times I've said, why are you making me waste the time of others? Please respect others' time, right? Thank you very much. So it results in a much more dash customer base for them to work from.
Precise.
You're talking about a specific base of customers. So
Precise.
we need it to be
Precise?
precise. Yes, we need it to be precise. That is the best answer, correct. Why we are living longer is not the issue for anyone dash in drawing up plans to market a product.
Involved.
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 Can we use the word concerned? Yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Concerned with it should be.
No.
Yeah, so as somebody gave the right answer and the right logic, with concerned, we generally say concerned with something. And involved in something. Linked also we say linked to or linked with. Generally linked to or linked with. So the answer should be concerned. I'm sorry, the answer should be involved. I'm sorry, involved. Yeah.
While.
While.
Why?
Rather
While.
than. Rather than.
Rather than.
So instead of calling them only adults, now there are different categories of adults. So instead of one, there are multiple. So what should it be? It's a comparison. So what should it be?
Rather
Rather than.
Yeah, rather than only one category, now there are multiple categories. Growing adults, young adults, etc., right? So it should be rather than. Dash, markets no longer talk about children, but tend to talk to a different range of categories.
Currently,
Hmm.
or something like.
Similarly.
Similarly.
While.
While markets no longer talk about.
See, if there is while in the beginning, then you can't have but after the comma.
Similarly.
Yeah, it should be
Similarly.
Similarly. Like just like adults, even kids have different categories like growing kids, young kids, etc. It should be similar because it's a similar metric to compare. How will you pronounce this word? Diverse or diverse?
Diverse.
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 You have a very diverse population in terms of age, and that can only be a dash for business.
Benefit.
Think of a better word than benefit. Yeah, you're in the right direction. But
Profit.
think of a better word.
Extraordinary.
Good for benefits.
There is a before the blank. A dash for business. Advantage.
An advantage.
An advantage. Yeah.
Blessing.
Can we are blessed.
Blessing.
Boon also. Boon can also come.
Blessing or boon. You have to think of such a word.
Boon.
Boon for
Boon for
business.
business.
Bonus. For business.
Boon. What is
Bonus.
Bonus.
Yeah. Bonus is there.
Bonus.
similar word? Yes. Bonus
Yeah.
can be
So out of these words, the best option is the word bonus.
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 Reason.
Reason.
Different reasons. For
Motivation.
Motivation.
Motivation for moving.
Motivation for moving.
motivation.
Yes, the reason for moving or the motivation.
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 That's right. Yes.
Research push.
Push and pull
From
phenomena.
Effect.
push and pull.
Effect.
See, if it is effect, if it is a singular noun, you need the something. There is no the, so it has to be plural.
Effects.
Push and pull
Can be
tradition.
Upon.
effects,
Upon.
can be effects, can be factors.
Tradition. Tradition.
But S, plural.
Factors.
Factors. No?
Factors.
Factors.
Factors. That's the best. What is the meaning of fallacies? A fallacy, what does it mean?
No idea.
Felicitate.
Does it sound something negative or positive?
Negative.
Negative.
Positive. Positive.
No, it's something
Negative.
Negative.
So synonym is a word which we just saw a few sentences back. Misconception. A misbelief. That's called a fallacy. Okay. So the answer is factors.
Factors.
And you see the word over here?
Hmm.
And we also see the word over here.
Yes.
The first one. Some of the factors that motivate people to move dash.
Away. Seeking a
Away.
better climate.
Move away.
Okay.
Include.
Includes.
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 Including.
Include or includes? Which one?
Includes.
S.
Includes.
Why includes? Why?
Because more than one thing.
Because there are more than 4 options.
No, there are people. They are talking about
Seeking
people.
a better
So it's
climate,
not general.
finding more affordable housing,
People to
looking forward.
include.
Okay, listen, all of you silent. All of you just answer my question. This answer is with respect to which word? Is it
Factors.
factors or is it people? What is the main subject?
Factors.
Factors.
So it should be include.
So factors is plural. So whenever the noun is plural, the verb will be without s. It is always the opposite.
Include.
So it will be without s. Include. Right.
Okay.
Leaving the dash of city living.
Comfort.
Very good. Very good. That answer is correct. So leaving the comfort of your home to go to Australia, you're leaving the comfort. That is the correct answer.
Yes.
But it is not given. So because it is in a negative sense.
Congestion.
Congestion.
Yeah, which word do
Congestion.
we? Yeah, a city has a lot of
Congestion.
traffic, population. So basically, it's a congested place. Congestion, right?
Yeah.
What's the meaning of the word concoction? What does it mean? I'll give an example. Okay. Tequila is a concoction of a lot of different types of spirits.
Combination.
Mixture.
Mixture. Yeah.
It's a
Your own
combination.
mixture.
Yeah.
Solution of.
Yeah. So the correct answer is congestion with a G. In reality, many complex factors and personal reasons may dash to
Affect.
motivate a person or family to move.
Require.
May affect to motivate a person.
See, it cannot be required. It can be may be required. ED.
Yeah.
May be required.
May affect.
May affect to motivate. Dekho, affect to motivate doesn't sound correct. Huh? Many factors may dash to motivate.
Interact.
Intercept.
Interact.
Intercede. Intercede.
Accept.
Intercede.
The first one.
Intercede. Yeah.
Many factors may dash to motivate a person to move.
Intercede.
Fourth one.
Many factors may
Interact.
Interact to motivate.
may get together, interact. So you can think of it in a sense, like many factors will come together and that will motivate a person or a family to move. So in that sense, it will be interact, like coming together.
Interact generally we use for conversing.
You're absolutely right. Generally, yes, but in this context, we have to think of the context. Generally, you're right with people, like conversing with people. But here, it's an implied meaning, like many factors or personal reasons may come in the picture,
Intercept.
Yes.
You see, intercept is not the right word. Intercept is generally, like an interception van, like a police has an interceptor, for example. So that is the concept of the word intercept. You might think of the word intersect. Intersect means coming to the same point and meeting. That can fit, but intercept, no, it cannot fit.
Okay.
Intercept is a negative word. It means to obstruct. And here it's a positive sentence. Okay?
Yes.
Of becoming.
Danger of extinct.
Of becoming
Of
extinct.
becoming.
To become.
To become.
Sorry.
Of
Of
becoming.
becoming. Of becoming.
Does everyone agree?
Yes.
Yes.
To become can also.
Of becoming.
Since it's in the continuous form, it is a better option.
Of becoming. Okay.
And it also sounds better than to become.
Hmm.
When you're in confusion in such blanks, you have to rely on your gut feeling, on the feeling of sounds. What sounds better is better, generally.
Mhm.
Refer to.
Prefer.
Chooses to employ.
Dash to.
Prefer.
Prefer.
Couple of students have said prefer.
Refer to.
Prefer.
We don't pronounce it as pre, it's pronounced as prefer.
Prefer.
Okay? Prefer. Yeah.
Grab the opportunity.
Had the
Grab
opportunity. Had.
anyone. Have or grab.
जो हला ना प्लास्टिक
Has had.
Has had.
Could
Has had the opportunity.
Would have. Would have.
Who can explain the logic? What is the right answer?
In past.
anyone have the opportunity to study?
Has had.
Anyone has. One can only be followed by has. The only answer which starts with has is has, had. So the correct answer is has had. Even with would, you will have to write would have had. You cannot have anyone would have. That's incorrect grammar and incomplete. So the correct answer should be has had.
So can you explain why it's coming has had?
Password.
Because no one gets chance in the past and like they are dying, so in future they will not get to.
Correct. Previously, they have not had the chance. Okay. If not this, then which other option can you choose? You can't choose any of the other options, So basically, we are eliminating the other three options. That is, in fact, the best explanation I can do. According to linguists, some of these languages could reveal a great dash of useful information.
Deal. Information.
No, it can't be information of information.
Source.
But
Great source of
Contain.
Somebody already gave the correct answer.
Meaning.
The word
Deal.
source. Great deal. There is
Size.
Great capacity.
no great deal.
Great capacity.
Deal.
Collocation. It's a collocation. I'm going to make a great deal of money today at Crown Casino. Means a lot of. That's what it means. A great deal of.
Argue.
Argue. Yeah.
Now let's change the task a bit, okay? Let's change it a bit. Okay, I hope all of you can see the question on the screen. The question has 5 blanks. I'm going to be quiet for about 40 to 45 seconds, in which I want all of you to solve this. There is no need to generally read everything. You can just read the words before and after the blanks and quickly try to guess, place the word next to it. If you don't understand, then read the previous sentence for better context. Your time starts now.
In the pause.
Okay, let's check the answers now. The first answer is something which can bend. So what can you fit?
Flexible. Flexible.
Flexible.
Yeah, definitely flexible. Okay. Basically, they insert rubber and steel between the building and its foundation to dash the impact of ground vibration.
Reduce. Reduce.
Reduce.
Reduce. Yeah, very logical answer. Reduce. The most dash designs give buildings brains as well as concrete and steel support.
Expensive.
Resistant.
Recent.
Smart building, so recent.
Sorry?
It's written smart building, so recent.
Yeah. Smart buildings, like advanced, technologically advanced or whatever. Recent, yes. Because after would, we need a verb in the first form. The computer would dash the building to shift in the opposite direction.
Force.
After would, you need without ed or ing. The new designs should offer even greater dash to
Resistant.
Resistance.
No.
Security.
Security to city.
Security.
Security.
See, resistant is an adjective. What is the noun?
Resistance.
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 TANC,
Security.
right? That's why. Security.
Resistance. Sorry, security.
Okay, please solve this in about 45 seconds. Your time starts now. Oh, sorry, Ami, you have a question? Sorry, I didn't see.
No, sir. No, sir.
All
It's
good.
all. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. 20 seconds more. All right, guys, time up. The first one, can dash you money. Can what?
Save.
Save.
Correct. Very easy.
Save you money.
Take the dash example of a hair dryer.
Simple.
Simple. Simple.
Simple.
Correct. You might think that you are making the dash buy.
Best.
Best.
Yeah, best buy, right? The best buy, which saves you a lot of money. And which is also the cheapest dash price.
In.
Cheapest with price.
Nah, not with.
In.
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 Cheapest in
In.
price. Oh, yeah.
Cheapest in
Cheapest
price.
in its category, cheapest in price, the best deal, best buy. Okay. But when you get it home, you may find that it takes twice as long as more expensive.
Appliances.
Appliance.
Appliances.
Appliance.
But it's appliance, no, not appliances. It's appliance
Plants.
to dry your hair. Now, you might have observed the way I speak certain words, especially if the word is, a smaller word like a and the. I always speak it with the next word as if it's a single word. I don't take a pause. So the best way of saying is combining smaller words with the next word for the maximum score in read aloud. Wise buying is a positive way. You don't say is a positive, you just say is a positive way in which you can. The words like, in which. You don't say in which, you just say in which. Basically, for a good score in reading, you have to chunk words in read aloud. That's the best way to maximize the reading. Thanks, man.
Sir, I
So,
know it's simple, but in first one, I think it should be serve can actually save your money or can add to the cost.
yes.
We can say both ways, Suman. It can help you save your money or it can save you money.
Just like buy you things.
Yes, ultimately by looking at all the blanks, of course, I chose this only, but this was in my mind that maybe it is wrong.
No,
Save
no,
is
it's
not
not wrong. It can work both ways. So if you want to,
Kia,
you can also fit
ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣੇ
and you can also fit. Both can fit someone. It's not wrong.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, I can't explain it, but it's not.
Actually, not wrong for as an option, but wrong from my side. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong.
No, no,
So maybe
I understood what you asked me. Like you are also asking from the options, you were also able to get the answer. I get what you're saying. But even otherwise, grammatically, it's not wrong. It can
Okay.
actually save you money. So just think of it. Think of it like this. It can help, sorry, it can actually save you your money. So just think that your is written in brackets, something like that.
Or Malcolm, can I say that because the passage is like in a third person or second person form, it's telling you the way the sentence is formed.
Correct. It is the direct conversation, like
Correct.
from the passage to you. Correct. That is also right. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. I think we are done with the blanks. So if there is anything else you want to ask me, if you want to do any task in front of me, if you want me to do any task, just let me know and I'm happy to do it. Otherwise, we are done with the class.
Malcolm, Anupam here.
Yes, Anupam.
On the new questions which are being added or already added, so
Uh-huh.
it's like when we can see when you do a first click, we are getting some numbers with like 2,500. So
Yes.
those are the new ones.
The first ones, yes.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Thank
Sir,
you.
if we have time, can we do SS1 SST or any?
Yeah, sure. So do you or me? Whom do you want to do it?
Yes, I
With
want
you.
as well.
With you,
Yes.
we will do. Together, we can
Okay,
do.
together. Done. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ready, everyone, to take notes?
Yes.
Yes. Sir, I want to do
Yes.
one read aloud in front of you. So
Okay.
later can we
So
do that?
one read aloud first and then SST. No problem. We can.
Sure, sir.
Let's do this one. You can start whenever you're ready, okay?
Yeah. Akimbo. This must be one of the odder looking words in the language and puzzles used in part because it doesn't seem to have any relatives. What's more, it is virtually a fossil word. Until recently, almost variably found in arms akimbo, a posture in which a person stands with hands to hips and elbows, sharply bent outward, one singling importance, hostility or contempt. Sorry, sir, I didn't got time. Let it completely first.
See, two things. First, the speed is fine, but you're speaking each word separately. Like you're reading like this, akimbo. This must be one of the order looking, not like that. It has to be smooth. Akimbo, this must be one of the order looking words in the language and puzzles us in part because it doesn't seem to have any relatives. Your speed, my speed, same. But you're stressing on the words. Don't stress. Try to speak a bit faster.
Okay.
Secondly, when the comma is in the beginning of a sentence, you don't have to pause. Why did you pause? You don't have to pause, right? Also, you don't have to pause. It has to come in flow. The comma is in the middle somewhere, you pause. If the comma is towards the end of any sentence, don't pause. Speak smoothly, okay? Yeah, Upeksha, you can also do the same one.
Yeah, thank you. Akimbo. This must be one of the odder looking words in the language and puzzles used in part because it doesn't seem to have any relatives. What's more, it is now virtually a fossil word until recently most invariably found in worms akimbo, a posture in which a person stands with hands on hips and elbows sharply bent outward, the sailing impatient hostility or contempt.
Again, the speed is good. Problem with over stressing on the words. The same speed, you have to be smooth. Don't hit on each word. You're already very clear with your pronunciation. You'll get full marks. But because it's not fluent, the reading score goes down. The speaking might also go down a bit. Try to speak with a softer voice. Akimbo, this must be one of the odder-looking words in the language and puzzles us in part because it doesn't seem to have any relatives. What's more, it is now virtually a fossil word, until recently almost invariably found in arms akimbo, a posture in which a person stands with hands on hips and elbows sharply bent outward, one signaling impatience, hostility, or contempt. Smooth voice. Smooth. No stress. You got it?
Yeah, got it. So in the portal, when I do, I get like from vary from 67 to 75. Does that mean in exam I'll get like close 8?
No, it doesn't mean anything with regards to the exam. But try to do it the way I asked you to do.
Yeah.
And then see the score on the board.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hi, Preeti.
Can I? Okay, you just removed that sentence. Actually, I'm getting less marks in the portal. I also want to try.
Try this. See, if you're getting a slightly lower score in the portal, try to, okay, if you're doing it with mic, try to do it without mic, number one. If you're trying to do it on a laptop, try to do it from your phone. See the difference in the score. Just giving some ideas, because sometimes it could be a volume issue or some other issue, that's why.
Can I start?
Yes, please, you can start.
Yellow is considered as the most optimistic color, yet surprisingly, people lose their temper more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. There is on May that yellow is the hardest color for eyes to take in, so it can be overpowering if overused.
Right. So the speed is good. The only thing is, I know you spoke without practice, so it's okay. Couple of mistakes which you also realized, which I'm sure won't happen in the real exam. But see, at a full stop, take a small pause. Don't speak non-stop, even at a full stop. At a full stop, you have to take a small pause, right?
Okay.
Otherwise, it was good. Like you didn't take a pause before yet. You didn't take a pause before so. That was the only problem. And here you said temper. It's tempers. Yeah. Otherwise, it's good. You don't need to worry.
Sir, can I do?
Can.
Yellow is considered as the most optimistic color, yet surprisingly, people lose their tempers more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. There is on maybe that yellow is the hardest color for eyes to take in, so it can be overpowering if overused.
Okay. Sometimes I felt that the speed was just a bit fast, just a bit fast. Especially the last sentence was very fast, I thought. Also, as I said, because you have a typical everyone has a different accent, right? So with your accent, it's very important that you say such words together. Take in, not take in, take in. And
Yes.
try to say so, not sure. Most, not most, most. Most, like sir.
Most.
Yeah, so the tongue between the teeth. So the so, sa, re, gamma. So sound, not so. Okay.
Most.
That was good. And even you did not take a pause over here. You should take a pause. Like so the feeling I got, is what like you were.
Optimistic color. Yes, apparently people lose their tempers more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. They are also.
What I felt was you were also rushing a bit. So don't speak with that feeling of rushing. There's no need to complete. There's a lot of time. So just be a bit relaxed. That's okay. Otherwise, it was
Okay,
good.
sir. Can I
Much
try?
better than before.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Can I try?
Can.
Okay. Yellow is considered as the most optimistic color, yet surprisingly, people lose their tempers more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. There as one may be that yellow is the hardest color for eyes to take in, so it can be overpowering if overused.
Right. So you've got a pretty good accent. It's very clear. Your pronunciation is good. It's just that because you don't know the rules for this particular task, So you're taking some additional pauses. So if there's a comma in the beginning of a sentence, there is no need to take any pauses. And secondly, try to speak with a flat voice and with a bit more confidence. I know it's your demo class. You don't have any knowledge. So you did pretty good for your first time. It's good. Just as I said, speak with a bit more confidence, Otherwise, the pronunciation is very clear. It's good.
Malcolm, can I
Can.
read? Okay.
Can.
Okay. Yellow is considered as the most optimist color, yet surprisingly people lose their temper more often in yellow room and babies cry more in them. There are some baby, the yellow is the hardest color for eyes to take in, so it can be overpowering if overused.
I'm sorry, who was this? Sorry.
Ellie.
Hi, Ellie. Thank you. Ellie, can you try just the first sentence again?
Okay. Yellow is considered as the most optimist color.
Stop. Now the problem is two problems. The first is the speed is a bit fast. And secondly, tell me what is this word over here?
Optimistic.
Yeah, it's optimistic. So what is happening is because your speed is a bit fast, the words are not being pronounced clearly, So that obviously will reduce the score in reading. Does it make sense, Ellie?
Yeah, okay, perfect.
So what I would recommend you is slow down just a bit, and then do it.
Okay.
Don't be in a rush to, finish. It's not a race. You just have to be a bit more clear, and you'll see a jump in your speaking and reading scores both.
Okay, perfect.
I'm suspecting that maybe even in some other tasks, you might be, speaking a bit fast, like repeat sentence. A repeat sentence has to be a bit fast, but not very fast also. So just send me some samples when you practice on WhatsApp and I'll give you the feedback, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Harman, you can also try.
Yes, sir. So can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, yellow is considered as the most optimistic color. Yet surprisingly, people lose their temper more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. There, as or maybe yellow is the hardest color for eyes to take in, so it can be overpowering or if overused.
Right. Okay, three things. First, this speed is a bit fast.
Okay.
So you can slow down just a bit, number one. Number two, no need to rush. As I said, you can be a bit relaxed. आपका जो बोलने का tone है ना, that is very tight. It's very tense. Like the voice is very tight, stressed. Confidence is good, but rushing is not required. So just be a bit slower. Second, don't rush. Third, because you're rushing, some words are not at all clear or correctly pronounced. For example, what is this word over here? Tempers.
Temper.
Right? But because you were rushing, you read it as temper. You missed the S sound, right? So then the score goes down a bit. Also over here, you said you made sort of a mistake and then you corrected your mistake. So all this is happening because you're reading it a bit fast. So just become a bit slower and hopefully the mistakes will reduce.
So can I start again once?
Yes, but please don't do it the same way. As I said, be a bit slower. And secondly, if there is a full stop, take a small pause at the full stop. Don't speak non-stop, right? Take a small pause. And now you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. Yellow is considered as the most optimistic color. Yes, surprisingly, people lose their tempers more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. There, as we may be that yellow is the hardest color for eyes taken, so it can be overpowering if overused.
But again, it was almost 80% the same as the last one.
Yes.
Slow down a bit, I'm saying, dear. Slow down. There's no need to rush. Why are you rushing? There's no need to rush. Yellow is considered the most optimistic color, yet surprisingly, people lose their tempers more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. Like that, relax. No need to rush. You're getting it, Harman?
Okay, yes, sir.
बड़ा आराम से बोलिए. Rush मत करिए. It won't in the exam. And my other suggestion is whenever you practice at home, when you're alone, keep some, disturbance on in the background. Because in the exam, when others will speak around, again, you might suddenly become fast or loud. And in both cases, if you become more loud or if you become more fast, the score will go down. So it's very important that you control your speed. You can send me on WhatsApp whenever you practice. I'll give you the feedback, okay? Send me.
Okay. Sir, I have sent my all the test which I was given in the yesterday and tomorrow also in the WhatsApp.
Okay, I will have a look and I will definitely reply back. But first, as I said, don't rush. Just speak at a normal speed, okay? Otherwise, score बहुत कम आएगा reading में if you rush इसलिए.
May I try one, sir?
Yes, please.
I think SST will not be able to happen now. Time is up.
It's
Sorry.
okay. Let's do it.
Anyways.
Yellow is considered.
Okay, yellow is considered as the most optimistic color, yet surprisingly, people lose their tempers more often in yellow rooms and babies cry more in them. There are and many be the yellow is the hardest color for eyes to take in, so it can be overpowering if overused.
Okay.
Yes, I.
See, there is an issue. What is the issue? You have a natural tendency of stressing on the first word of every sentence.
Oh, yeah.
You are
said
like
that.
hitting a hammer, on the first word.
Mhm.
So whenever you're starting, start in a relaxed way, slightly relaxed. That is the most important thing which you need to change. Because what is
Yeah.
happening, because of that energy, it is so high that sometimes your speed also increases. And it's like yellow is the most, yet, so soft with the starting. That's it.
So how would we say it,
Huh?
sir?
Sorry?
How will we say it? Can you speak it once for me for 2 lines?
Yeah, yellow is considered as the most optimistic color, yet surprisingly people lose. I'm very relaxed, the way I'm speaking. I'm not rushing. Like when you start, you're rushing. After 2-3 words, your speed is perfect.
Yes.
So I'll give you a trick, very simple way to solve this problem. Before the beep sound, just read the first line one time properly. Yellow is considered as the most optimistic sound. Beep, yellow is. So basically your brain will, do it at the same frequency of speaking.
Yeah.
It won't be suddenly up or down.
That's good. Yes, thank you.
You can try that.
Mm.
Also, certain words, you have a typical accent. So you like this is yellow, but because you stress, it becomes yellow. Yellow nahi hai. It's like, yellow.
Yellow.
Similarly here, like because you stress on some words, it says tempers, but it's tempers.
Tempers.
It becomes ta, but it's te, like temp, like temp. So you got my point, right?
Yes, I got it completely.
Good. Thank you.
I really wish if you can take few more classes in week so that we can give the
I'll try to take. I'll try to take maybe a class next week online. I'll try to take one more. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
because I don't have the time to check everyone's SST, let me only do one SST and share it. Okay. All of you can just observe. I'll do one SST randomly and let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Let's do the first one. You all can also take notes. I will also take.
David Olivia Garcia is a co-host of New Mexico in Focus and is also the managing editor for the New Mexico Independent, which is an online news website. He says that the internet has some great benefits for journalism. The internet is this new, amazing medium. Not so new, it's been around quite some time now, but it's maturing as, among other things, a place for journalism. In a sense, the internet allows you to tell stories better than in a newspaper or on television. For this reason, you can do it all online. You can have the written word. You can have still photographs. You can have video. You can link and kind of connect to the other journalism that has been done on a given topic. So it's not like you're in a vacuum. The internet has had a negative impact on these papers. However, John Fleck, who is a columnist for the Albuquerque Journal and also has his own blog, says that he doesn't think that it's entirely the case. It really makes me more efficient as a journalist in terms of information gathering, confirmation, helping me get the background necessary to write a story. So it's really good for that.
So this was the audio. Okay.
You have written almost everything from the audio. I cannot write more sentences. Like I can write 7, but not.
So yeah, because it obviously depends on the typing speed. But even if I don't remember the sentence, I'll note down some words, but I try to remember what was it in respect to. So if I forget the actual sentence, and if required, I can still frame a sentence in my own words. And anybody can do that. You don't have to be
That's true.
100% correct. It just has to be conveying the similar meaning and has to be have correct grammar. That is very important.
Correct. Yes.
So here, the best way to start is this sentence. So instead of saying the speaker was talking about blah blah blah, if you've written down this sentence, which was not very hard to note down, you can write the internet has great benefits for journalism. Moreover, this lecture also sheds light on. Now,
They will value you guys. Yeah.
whenever let's say I want to write a verb, let's say I've written tell stories. The verb always has to be converted in which form? Continuous form. On telling stories.
Telling stories.
So whenever it's a verb, add ing. So you don't even have to have the whole sentence, but still you can get pretty good marks just for these two words.
Malcolm, can I just interrupt?
Yes, please.
With the first sentence, can we write like this? The speaker was talking about the great benefits of internet for journalism.
Absolutely, we can. Yes, 100%. Now, whenever we write this sentence, the importance of something was whatever highlighted or mentioned, I always say don't add multiple words in this. Just write one thing. For example, don't write television and news. Don't write something with and. Just write one thing. For example, don't write still photographs and videos because then the software is confused. Should it be was? Should it be were? Just write one thing. That's it. But even if this is photographs, it will always be was because importance. And let's say I have multiple things. Here it is where I should add those words and comma. You can also write like this. For example, keywords like. Now, because I write keywords, and let's say I write 3 words, for example, okay? Whatever it is, it will always be were. Why were? Because it is keywords. The software knows. So let's say right away like videos, and whenever it's a noun, you must make it plural. It is a countable noun. Television is uncountable. So you can't write televisions. It will always be television. And let's say something more. For example, let's say newspapers. Okay, newspapers were mentioned.
But Malcolm, I remember before in the past you saying, where you put and keywords like, right? You said like, if it's not plural, like for example, how should I say?
If it
I
is
get
not
your point.
singular, then make it plural.
I get you. Just let me answer you, Vessel. What I said earlier was without these two words. So then the last word will decide was or were. But if you write and keywords
So what I was trying to explain here is like you said, like, and keywords like video, television, and newspaper was mentioned. But you said if we write like this, like, and keywords like video, television, and if the last word is newspapers, then only we put where.
No. What I meant earlier was like this. Without.
Without.
Then the last word will decide. But because I'm specifically
already written keywords.
So the software will understand that is plural only. That's why whatever the last one doesn't matter. So this is even better. It is always were because it's keywords like simple.
Correct.
Got it, Vasil?
Yeah. Okay. So all right.
It was evident from the oration that the internet has had a negative impact on these papers. Now this is a very good sentence. Why? Because the previous sentence also is talking something about newspapers. So it's giving very good context for the listening score. If this is 50 words, you don't even have to write the conclusion. This is more than enough to get full marks, But yeah, if it's not 50 words, and this already has so much content. So I can also write this lecture was informative or very informative, because the software doesn't need more content. If you have, good, but there's already so like 2-3 full sentences,
Okay, yes, okay. So sometimes I think the content which I have written is not covered. So let me add some. So it is nothing to do with it, is it?
So you don't have to cover a lot of content to get 90. This is okay. So it's like, there's a glass. Now this glass is only this much, for example, so it's already full. Now if you fill it more, it can't get more full. It's already full. That's the logic.
Correct. So even it is not required to write conclusion if you think that.
No, it's not. Nothing is compulsory in this task. For example, you pick up 5 full sentences from the audio, write them as they are, you'll get full marks.
Oh,
Even
okay.
if there is a mistake, maybe in listening right from dictation, the software might reward you amazingly for some excellent content.
Okay.
This task matters a lot for listening, a lot. So the better the content level, the better the score. You might be surprised, that if this task goes well, your listening score might, you as in anyone, can jump up to like 84, 85 very easily. This and repeat sentence.
Yes.
Now, how many words have I written? I've written 60. Now, let's say I remove the last sentence. How many words? It's 49.
But still it is pretty
So
good.
maybe I write one more word, has great telling stories. I add my own word, clearly. For example, 50 words. Done. I don't even need to write one more. Like that.
If you write 50 or 55, that's not too minimum, right? So that's fine.
Yeah, 50 is the minimum, but it doesn't mean that if I write 70, I'm going to get more. If I write 2 sentences, which are just template sentences, like in conclusion,
Yeah.
this lecture is very informative. We can make up our own fixed sentences and read 70, but it's not going to help much, honestly speaking. If you want to write. Otherwise, don't write. Doesn't matter. Better would be, write less, but like keep it around 60, for example, and check for mistakes. Read it 5 to 6 times so there are no mistakes. That's it.
If we are able to get 5 phrases and we write down simply the 5 phrases, nothing else, and
Yeah,
it
don't
will
write.
be.
You will get full marks.
You will get full marks. You will get full marks, provided there are no mistakes of grammar,
Mistakes,
spelling.
grammar or typing errors.
Yeah, like let's say I forget this, space after or before moreover, then it's a minor problem. I'll lose some marks in writing. It's a typo, right? Similarly, let's say there was this name David, Olivia, whatever, Garcia. Now I think this is the spelling, but I'm not sure. So then what I'll do, I'll just write David in my answer. If I want to, still write that word.
But we get 5 phrases, which is not continuous phrases, right?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so grammar's context will not change.
No. Okay, let me give an example, okay? Let's say there's a sentence. David Olivia was the chief editor of New Mexico Independent. Now let's say there is a random sentence. John is saying that, whatever, you've written a small sentence. Now, what you can do, just make it in the past tense. That's it. If you want to continue
So
the
we
tense,
need to change that, yeah.
you don't need to. Even if you don't, it's okay. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But if you want, you can. No. So that is why even if you follow the template, everything is in the past tense. It was evident, no? Don't write it is evident. Why? Because everything remains in the past tense.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Done.
So it's basically, Malcolm, it's just not just the keywords, it's basically a mixture of keywords and phrases, right?
See, it can be only keywords also. It can still fetch us a 90, but the level of those words has to be pretty good.
Which
For
words we have
example,
chosen.
I write, words like, just for example, great benefits is also a keyword, but it's not giving context, no. I'm talking in the template form. Huh? The speaker was talking about great benefits, but what benefits? To whom? There's no context, right?
So even if I wrote like this, like the speaker was talking about the great benefits of internet, that's fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. Any other questions? And
So
also,
just one
you know,
question.
in body 1
Sorry.
and body 2, when you're writing some sentences on your own, try not to repeat the same words from the topic sentence again and again. Try to use simple synonyms. Let's say I'll give an example, of a filler sentence, which is very easy to fill 10 to 12 words. You start any sentence with not only will blah, 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 but also blah, 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 blah. Which type of sentence is this? It's more like a complex sentence. Not exactly a complex sentence, but you can consider it. So this sentence is also very good for the essays, The software will reward you with a good score in grammar. Clear? Any
Yes.
questions, or shall we end the class?
Sir, one question related to this writing essay only.
Yeah.
Today I came across one essay which said, imagine that you can choose a topic to study, which topic you will choose. So in this particularly like these paragraphs, how will we start? Like we cannot say like it has long been a subject of research or subject of discussion that I need to imagine. I
No.
need to choose
You have to frame a simple sentence on your own, because see, some essays will be, like the odd ones out. Like Albert Einstein said that exercising is a destruction of creativity. What is your opinion? So you can't write exactly that, You might have to paraphrase a bit. But 99% you won't get such an essay. 1 or 2% chance you might get such an essay. So then you have to write on your own. It is along with subject to discussion that there are many interesting topics to study from. In my opinion, the most important of all topics is the one dealing with artificial intelligence. And I generally try to avoid writing acronyms like AI, NAS. I never write them. Why I don't write them? Because any software needs a reference to check our spelling. So basically think of it like online or a Google dictionary. Now, if the word AI is there in the dictionary, and if I'm lucky, I will get the spelling correct. If that word is not in that PT's dictionary, then I am gone.
Losing.
The problem. It's the problem.
Exactly.
Better to like simple sentence. I never write or suggest read anything fancy out of the box. Just do one thing. Try not to repeat the same words. That's all the software wants.
Yes.
And then write something. That's it.
So, sir, BP1 and BP2 will be written. I'll take any topic and this, that. I'll maybe tell the roots and then its effects and then how to. But in conclusion, then what will be read? Like what has been discussed about that.
Yeah,
In
the
my
benefits of the given topics and figuring out with the drawbacks. You can keep that sentence the same.
okay.
In conclusion, the domain. So, for example, let's say in the introduction, I write interesting fields, for example. Okay, for example, I use the word fields. It's not the best word, but still, let's say I write it. So, in the conclusion, I'll try to replace it with the word domain so that I don't repeat that same word again and again. The domain of artificial intelligence is very popular these days, and I would definitely derive a lot of benefits by studying it, or by, now let's say I want to use some better vocabulary,
Exploring
right?
it.
Exploring it, or by delving, DELVING, deeply,
Yeah.
a collocation now. So I'll get
Mm.
good marks for academic vocabulary. Means vocabulary goes up, means writing goes up. But it's not compulsory. But if you can do it, good. No harm. Got it?
That's it, sir. Thank you so much for answering my
You're
questions.
welcome. You're welcome. Again, don't use examples like, chat, GPT, as I said. That word may or may not be there in the PTs, in PTs.
Oh, okay.
If possible, avoid. use actual words, formal writing, simple. Okay? All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good evening. The branches in Clayton
Thank
and
you so much, sir.
thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for attending.
For
The
a great
branches in
session.
Clayton and Pragna are open on weekends. That is Saturdays and Sundays from 10:30 to 1:30. So if anybody is living in those areas, you are more than welcome to visit the branches tomorrow and on Sundays also. Yes, Vasil, please ask.
Are you going to cover the grammar thing today, or
But basically, it's pretty much the same set of rules. So what exactly would you want me to cover? Tell me.
I've actually sent you a message on WhatsApp. Maybe we can talk on WhatsApp,
No,
or
let's cover it right now because it's almost 8. So
So how much stay on?
no, you can leave. That's it. That's the class has finished. I'll ask one of my colleagues to give you a call tomorrow, maybe.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
I'll be
much for
waiting for the
attending.
call.
Sure. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Okay, Vasil, you asked me. I'm not able
Yep.
to leave with the chat, so you asked me. Yeah.
all right. So you know how we use have for first singular and third plural, and then has for third person, right? The first on some occasions we use the word have for third person as well, third person singular as well. So for example, when we say she has issues, but at the same time we can use the word have for she as well, like she doesn't have any issues.
Okay. Yes.
But that's what I'm trying to understand, like
Good.
what are the circumstances,
So
like,
when
you know,
should you use
given
have and when should you use have? That's your question, right?
I know when you use, yeah, somewhere around, yeah.
In this context, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very simple answer. Look, here you already know it will be she or he has. Okay. Here, why is it have? Because of the word does. With does, you cannot use has. It has to be have. Compulsory. That's a rule.
That's a rule, okay.
That is the reason why you need have with does. Like for example, there's a rule, right? Like modals like would. Would you come with me? You cannot say would you came or would you comes. That's wrong grammar. Why? Because this has to be in the first form. That's why. You got it?
Yeah. So what others reason, I mean, like for what other reasons
I can think of
do we
one
use
such.
have for third person singular?
I can't think of a typical rule as such, but I can think of a different example in a similar context, which is he didn't win or won the game. What should it be?
Win. Yeah.
Correct. Win. Why do you write win? Because did. A lot of people make this mistake, like he didn't won. But because it can't be in the any other form except the first form. It has to be in the first form always. So that is like not the same example, but a similar context. Like why are you using the first form? But with
So
has
what I'm
and
trying to understand, what I'm trying to understand is like the exact usage of have and like, would, could. So for example, he, she,
would
we
could is very
know.
simple. So let's do one thing at a time. No, would could always would, could, should, must, will. These are called modals. After modal, wherever in the sentence, like immediate after it, there's a blank. It has to be V1. It has to be. Must admit, will arrive, should obey. But if it's after would be, then the game changes, Would be done, would be ordered, would be stolen. So then it depends on the context. So did is the first form, done is the past, right? Anyway. So then the verb changes to V3.
So would is the future.
Yeah, but if it's immediately a verb, forget would be, should be. But if there's a verb after these words, then it has to be V1, not ed, not en, not t, not ing. Simple present.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Basically, after any of these words, if there is a verb,
Yeah.
it always has to be in the first form.
Okay.
It won't end with, so I'll put a cross, means it cannot end with ed, ent, or ing. It has to be, and cannot also end with es. It has to be just the first form of the verb. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so there's another question which Kanishka has asked. So she's asking a very simple question. I'll write it over here. So this is a question: which form of the verb have or had should we use? So which should we use?
Have.
Have. It always has to be have. But if the word did is not there, and if you're asking a question,
Had.
then casually, not formally, but casually, you had food. So for example, you had prawns or chicken. But if it's with did, then obviously it's did you have? Clear?
Yeah. So, under what other circumstances do we use have for third person singular? Like, for example, you know how we use the sentence. She does not have any issues, right? So, so I'm trying to think of different sentences like, um, he has to go. He has to go. He has. That's he has. He should have done this work.
Very simple, right? So with only should, he should do that work. But with should have, done.
It's basically like it's basically a rule. There's no justification, right? So it's basically a rule
Yeah.
of thumb that
Correct.
should have. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All good.
There could be an explanation also, but I don't know how to explain it, that well. But I don't know. See, because sometimes, your questions are like typically technical, like from the point of view of an
Yeah.
explanation. So there's a very simple thing what you can do, and anyone can do that. You can just go to Chat GPT, write your sentence and explain it. You ask it to explain, so you just write it like explain it to me like like a 5-year-old. And no, honestly, that's a very common, there's a short form acronym also.
Yeah,
So
it makes sense. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, and it actually explains in a pretty good way, that you understand.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, like the logic, but it's okay. I think that's fine. This is what, like, these basic technical things were the ones that I was having issues with, like during my previous exams. And I'm pretty sure I made errors with these ones. So yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you won't make them again because your level is like much beyond, above and beyond, what it was.
Oh, I hope so, man. Yeah, my reading is my nightmare for me. Reading was the nightmare.
Sir,
Uh,
what about have to? Like we are questioning, like you have to do this, you have to do this. So is this correct or not?
After to, like have to, it will be the first form. You have to follow orders.
Okay.
FOLLOW. Why? Because after to.
Okay.
So the first form.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're
all
welcome.
right. Thanks so much.
हेलो
Have a good weekend.
मालकम सर, मैंने मंडे को बुक किया है एग्जाम, और मुझे आपकी ज़रूरत पड़ेगी, और मुझे लगता है कि मुझे एक मूक देना चाहिए इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. सो कैन आई कम टू CBD सेंटर और
But the
एल्स
CBD branch is open only from Mondays to Thursdays. So what time is your test on Monday?
at 6 p.m.
You can come and you can practice a few questions in front of me. I would not suggest taking a full mock test as well because it can be a bit exhausting. That's the only reason.
Yes, okay.
You can sit and you can practice. I'll reach about, I think, around 12-ish, I'm
Okay.
assuming.
Okay.
So you can also reach about after your lunch. You can come around 1 or 2. You can come and we can sit.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Where is it? At Victoria University?
Yes.
Just be smooth and read aloud. I think that's where,
Yeah,
like,
I need to practice.
like the other day at Clayton, you were doing it properly. Now today again, and like in class, you were stressing on words. Just be relaxed. Don't stress that it's a test. Don't be nervous. Just speak smoothly.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good evening. Bye. See you
Bye.
all. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Malcolm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. Bye bye.